Ministry in a Minute is a devotional presentation of the Crossroads School of Ministry. Whatever platform you're on, like, share, subscribe, help us get the word out about the Crossroads School of Ministry. And if you are a ministry leader or church leader or someone called to vocational ministry and you need training, Crossroads School of Ministry can help. Check us out online at crossroadsom.org, the Crossroads School of Ministry.
Hey everybody, Dr. Greco here. Listen, our weekly scripture study for the School of Ministry this week is out of Revelation chapter 2. And Wednesday night we will, at 6 o'clock, we'll go live with that, verses 1 through 7. But, you know, each day as we do a ministry in a minute, I pick apart a little part of that to go with that bigger study. And, you know, chapter 2, verse 2 in chapter 2 of Revelation, Jesus is talking to the church at Ephesus, and he commends them for their hard work and their diligence. And he says, I know you've tested people and found them to be false apostles, and you don't stand for wickedness. Now, he's about to chastise that church. He's about to tell that church, you've lost your first love. But even in the midst of them drifting, they had their eyes fixed on sound doctrine. And so I think the reminder there is, you know what, we're never going to get it right. I pray we're not like that church at Ephesus, and I pray we're not people who've lost our first love. But there's always going to be struggles. There's always going to be times in our own lives and our own personal ministries where we drift. But if we keep our eyes fixed on Jesus, if we're listening to God to see, to make sure that we're not being wicked, to make sure that we're testing not just the people. It says that he's tested the false apostles. I think more than testing people, we need to keep our own ideas and our own plans under wraps and test those. But people too, the people we have in our lives, the people that not only that we have in our lives, because we should be ministering to people who don't know Jesus, but the people that we're allowing to minister to us, the people that we are connected to. We need to make sure that those people are God-fearing. We need to make sure that those people know the Lord. And that's what Jesus is getting at with this church. He says, you know, I know that I commend you because you've tested the people in your lives. And remember that in this context, Jesus was talking to churches who had been under some persecution and who had allowed, if you look back at the church, the book of Galatians, had allowed some false teachers, some Judaizers to come in and teach them things that weren't the true gospel. And so he commends them for keeping their eyes on the true gospel, even as he's going to help them keep their eyes on him more. So again, I love this reminder, and I think in terms of ministry in a minute, we can always afford to be reminded, hey, just keep your eyes fixed on Jesus at all times, even when you're down, and God will honor that. He'll use that. We hope to see you Wednesday at 6 for our big scripture study for the School of Ministry, and tune in again tomorrow. We'll keep going through Revelation chapter 2.